A Man's Life. Chapter 1. A Man's Life. Man Life 1. What is a man? The truth is simple: to discover your natural intuitive standard or true nature given by God or whatever created you. Then every day when you wake up, make it your life purpose to release this natural primal spiritual energy inside of you in its 5 facets with gusto, intensity, and love for the process. Inspired. Sexual lusty. Loving. Hedonistic aesthetic. Practical. Learn how evil the human race is and has the potential to be through experience in the real world. Be aware of all this evil while trying to be a good person, following what you feel within yourself. Don't obsess over the evil in the world. This is the way it has always been. In the Bible, God says earth is Lucifer's domain. Simply live your life the best you can without deluding yourself that you can fight this evil, because you can't. You can't change the world. The world runs on a system ruled by a few hundred people who are way ahead of the masses. They decide what they'll do, then create the public policies and media to do it. The best you can do is to release the natural energy within yourself day after day until death, no matter what. That's the best life you can possibly live, to be who you naturally are without letting the world mess with you with its illusions and lies. Men are brought up to keep the emotions in and strive to achieve something worthy according to the values of society. In the past, it was about doing something good to help the family, tribe, or village so that people respected you. Nowadays, a man's worth and character is measured by how much money he has. The indoctrination is that having lots of money, a big house, a nice car and lots of toys makes you cool, happy and successful. Money buys financial security and fake respect from others who want your money, but money can only buy material comfort. It cannot buy a sense of euphoria and self-respect, which has to be earned every day by striving to do something intense, inspired and interesting that makes you feel like you're taking your life for a ride, working yourself in a spiritual, inspired, sensual way. This feeling of vitality you get releasing your natural energy is really the prize of life. The problem is that a lot of men destroy themselves by doing things artificial to who they really are in the pursuit of money and status rather than following what they feel within themselves. You need money to pay your way to live at a basic level of comfort, but life should be an attempt to do what naturally inspires you and makes you feel good all the time. Every man has a true nature and a constant high sex drive all his life, or at least should if he's healthy and doesn't let stress and ambition wear him down. Society comes in and tells you its definition of a successful man, the guy on the cover of Forbes magazine, but at your core, you are just your essence called your soul and your sex drive. If you can get to the end of your life living by your soul and purging the natural energy from your pure essence all the time as it comes up, that's the best life you can live. If you get caught up in the artificial values of the world, you live a life less than who you really are, the way you were born to be, the natural, curious way you were as a child. You betray yourself. The world is full of self-betrayal. Henry David Thoreau said, "The mass of men live lives of quiet desperation." A low sex drive, or what they used to call impotence and now call erectile dysfunction, is common in men over 40 simply because they don't take care of their mental, spiritual, and physical selves. You should naturally feel vital throughout your entire life, but many men lose the sense of inspiration and vitality they started out with as kids. Is life worth living without a sex drive? That's what happens to a lot of men who destroy themselves at work. If you drink alcohol, you'll have no sex drive. Health is the greatest wealth. If you have good health and enough money to pay your bills for the basics of life, you're blessed. If you destroy your health with ambition and the craving for success, you have no real enjoyment in life. It doesn't matter how much money or power you have. The best life is a relaxed, inspired, sexual, sensual, aesthetic life, releasing the natural energy inside of you. What about loneliness? The stereotype is that women get lonely more than men. The truth is that a lot of men in marriages with wives and children still feel isolated like the man on the moon. A part of it is who we are as human beings, all separated from each other by solitary minds, but men are also loners by societal indoctrination. We're brought up to achieve things and not to spend time trying to emotionally connect with others, even with our families. Loads of families are a bunch of strangers living in the same house. Why do we have professional sports? It's a big money maker and a way to keep men away from focusing on themselves and their families. It's not a grand conspiracy, but everything goes together in a capitalist world. Keep men working and distracted with minor, meaningless amusements so that the powers that be can control them and make them do disgusting, demeaning things in the name of work. Are you interesting enough such that if you were free and didn't have to work, there are lots of worthy, inspired things you would like to do? Men turn to alcohol and drugs to ease loneliness. Many commit suicide, but you never hear about it on the news because it's a common thing for older men to kill themselves. An old man is someone who has lost his vitality. After that, what else is there? The average guy doesn't want to burden anyone or have people feel sorry for him with patronizing attention. You got to take it as comes and face old age with courage. Do the best you can every day to try to be inspired. That's all you can do. Man life too. Every man should come to terms with who he really is in matters of life, true nature, love, and sex. Will you live to become who you are by nature? To discover your own true pure identity away from the brainwash of the world? Then live to release that natural energy every day. Will you become a clone to the artificial, capitalist values of the world, working for the man, working for money, watching sports on TV because they brainwashed you to think that's what cool men do? I won't buy into anyone else's bullshit beyond my own. Does a man search for identity, vitality, inspiration, happiness, truth, friendship, and success, or is he a regular brainwashed nerd, working any job that pays decent money, watching junk on TV, playing video games and drinking beer, all things the great advertising machine wants men to be? In marketing terms, it's called a MOOC. Who are you? Yourself purely. What society says you should be. Do you strive to be who you feel in your inner voice, or do you want to be successful, popular, and cool according to the world's capitalist pop culture standards and what other people might think of you? There is an invisible game called social status that most of us play every time we encounter another human being. Will you be a clone to the artificial, capitalist values of the world, working for the man, working for money, watching sports on TV because they brainwashed you to think that's what cool men do? Will you measure yourself by money and all that stuff they parade at you on TV like patriot, establishment guy wearing a suit, party animal, cool rebel, metrosexual, phony politician, arrogant athlete, grunge rocker, etc.? Or will you rise above them all, say to yourself they're all idiots, I will be myself the way I was born, the way God created me to be. I will live to release my natural energy every day and that's it? What is personal integrity to you? Do you like who you see in the mirror? Are you an indoctrinated clone? Do you live according to the artificial values of the world, stuck in debt because you thought you were lonely and should get married and have kids? Now you're working some job you don't like, playing family man, but you're still the same kid who used to watch porn and get all that simple joy? That was a good life back then. What changed? Nothing but your perception of what you ought to do as a man, because the world says it's not good for man to be alone. He needs a wife. He needs to put his childish things away to sacrifice his life working for meaningless things. The truth is that every man wants a harem of women to do nice sexual things to him at his beck and call, but society says take one wife, then love her and stick with her and she'll satisfy you sexually. Hormones don't lie. I can sprue off statistics and stuff, but I'll just state one fact. Within 1 year of marriage, sex between all couples goes way down to almost nothing. 80% of all couples have sex 0, 1, or 2 times a week. You can have 3 orgasms within 1 hour. Something is wrong with all these lies they tell us about how to live. If you stop what you really are, you end up feeling and looking like all those middle-aged duds you see in every office building everywhere. Who said that is success? Are we insane as a society? Are you a couch potato? Do you do anything to earn self-respect day by day? Do you know what self-respect means? Have you ever thought what is it that you want to do every day away from the bullshit brainwash of this capitalist matrix? Do you have the strength to be who you are by nature? Most people don't. About 1% of all people actually live out their lives according to their own standards. Many men delude themselves into thinking they're successful, but they lose in life because they bought into other people's values and did not live out their own values, who they really are. That is the true quest. Be who you are day after day after day. A man is someone tough enough to seek out the truth in life, then make the commitment within himself to live it out every day, day by day. Societal forces try to brainwash you to be an obedient worker clone and try to shame you if you go against your indoctrinated upbringing to listen to yourself. Man Life 3. Society measures your worth by how much money you have. You, if you're really enlightened, and even if you're not, have a natural, intuitive standard inside of you of who you could have and should have been. Most men betray themselves big time every day by not following their true natures, but nobody talks about it but me. Once you lose your natural inspiration, life is a drag, like Thoreau said. Most men live lives of quiet desperation. Take the mask off and see yourself. As far as sex and love goes, every man has masturbated at least 100 times more than he has had sexual relations with women, except for a few porn stars. We should be honest every once in a while. Man's albatross, the need to make it. Being a man, a good piece of advice I can give to women is that very rarely will you find a totally ideal man. Society has a way of tearing a man down so that he has to sacrifice some of himself for his work and his family one way or another. Most men will be somewhere in the middle with some human faults, so don't delude yourself and wait for a Prince Charming who doesn't exist. You gotta bridge the gap between fantasy and reality. Don't expect a super duper man. Expect a normal human being with faults and limitations. Get some of the romantic fantasies out of your mind. They just won't happen. The wedding day is not an end to a lifelong fantasy. It's just a beginning. A marriage is a lifelong journey of discovery. No marriage is perfect. There are no perfect endings, but there are reasonable chances to create a happy life for yourself and a happy love with your man. All men fear being perceived as a failure by others and by themselves. That's his biggest preoccupation in life, to make it in the game of work. That's the game and them's the rules. Nothing matters in the game but how much status, money, family success, youthful vitality, and hedonistic experiences you have. If things get tough, give him support as long as he's trying. Many men internalize their problems, don't talk, then end up doing drastic things like either lashing out or committing suicide. Go easy on a struggling man. If he wants to be alone, let him. He will come out when he wants. I read about a famous pop singer from the Beach Boys who stayed in bed for 9 years or so until he decided to snap out of it. Men need space to be alone to sort things out in their minds. When they get home from work, they need to retreat to a private place, even if just in their minds, to be left alone, to get their perspective back, to feel sorry for themselves, to fantasize, to recharge their batteries. Then, once they do it for a while, they're ready to face the world again. Going fishing on the weekends or drinking with the boys are examples of this, getting away from work, life, and you for a while. It doesn't mean that they love you any less, it just means that they have to get away. When a man gets angry at the world or has problems, he doesn't believe in counselors, talking and all that garbage. He's gotta carry his own cross, no sniveling, complaining, keep it in, show no weakness, figure it out for myself. If you've got something on the tip of your tongue just waiting to unload on the old man when he gets home, your best bet is just to be nice to him, get him his slippers and his beer, let him go to his corner or his chair in the basement and be by himself for a while. Then when he comes out a little later, you can talk to him in peace without all the stress you would have encountered if you attacked right when he walked into the door. The competition and pressure of making it in the real world sometimes tires a man out and makes him so cynical and fed up that he don't want to do nothing but escape from everything, including romance. I've had days when I didn't feel like putting on my productive citizen mask and the last thing I wanted to do was face some girl and act all happy. Many men are in a constant battle between their male pride and the demands of the world. Everybody swallows their pride one way or another. You're just paying the price for your paycheck. If you're a boss, you have to be in control all the time. If you have a boss, you have to play the submissive role, i.e., kiss butt. If you're in sales, the customer is always right. If you're in a people profession, you have to put on a happy face, and the list goes on. Life takes a piece out of every man who works a job, and sometimes it takes so much that the last thing on his mind is you or romance. He just wants time to be alone to recenter himself and get his priorities back. You might think that it's something that you're doing that's alienating him, but it's just him being tired out and fed up with the world. Whereas you might want to be with your man 24/7, he doesn't want to be with you 24/7. It's not that he doesn't love you, it's just the way he is. Don't push him to talk. Shut up long enough so that he will start talking to you on his own. Be realistic. He probably wants nothing better than to whisk you off wherever you want at your whim and fancy, but he has to live in the real world of production, competition, making money, paying bills, etc. That's the way a man is wired from childhood, to achieve, contribute and make it in society. These pressures can often kill a romance. In some cases, the man has no haven to escape to. He's all work and a pressure cooker ready to blow. The love affair should be number one on both of your priority lists, but often he will put the love on the back burner to his work. In that case, try to ease him out of it slowly by creating a retreat for him, like getting him to relax after work by walking the dog, listening to music, doing exercise together, etc. Most men are the breadwinners in the family. That's the man's job, so your job is to show him that you appreciate what he does for you via his breadwinning job, like when he pays the bills or buys something for the house. You have to at least act like you're thankful for it, even if you expect it. Guys are always thinking business, how to get ahead or how to escape reality one way or another. When you're talking to him, he's thinking that he gave you the check, everything's fine, so the family's not a problem. It's that damn account, customer at work, or when he can next pursue his obsession, be it booze, porn, golf, etc. Most men in responsible positions think of the job in their downtime. Misery loves company. Don't be a downer and bring your husband down by complaining. Keep your mouth shut about the petty things. It's always the spirit that counts. Thank your husband for doing nice things for you. Criticism wipes out motivation, but appreciation works wonders. If your husband travels in his job much, the chances of him cheating doubles. Cheating may be for straight sex, but it's also done because he's missing something he should be getting at home, like TLC, tender, loving care. Satisfy him sexually if you really want him. It's a two-way street though. Lots of men go cold and leave their horny wives hanging. What's a gal to do? If you're gonna leave him, make the decision, plan it out and go. Oftentimes, sexual problems mask deeper rooted emotional problems which you have to sort out for yourself.